What's up, everybody? So this is kind of just a follow up on that last video I did. Not the most recent one, but the one where I did the 3 5-star summons and then the special Hall of Hero announcement. This is about the special Hall of Hero announcement. So as I was talking about, I saw on the Korean server that they were doing the Hall of Heroes, and usually when they do it for other servers, they do it for the global server, for every server. So for our server, of course, we are getting the exact same Hall of Hero choices. So we're going to go ahead, read through it. We're going to reestablish everything, re-go over everything, because I think this is something that needs to be addressed. This is something that needs to be established for all of you. And this is something that there should be no exceptions, because if any of you choose wrong on this, I'm going to be so upset. It is probably the most crucial decision you guys will make in the next few months. I'm serious. So, we're revisiting the Hall of Heroes dungeons on the past. That's right, all of these 5 monsters right here. The Water Vampire, I don't even, what was his name again? I don't even, who fucking cares about him? The Fire Kung Fu Girl, no one gives a shit about her. The Wind Sylphid, Acasis, no one gives a shit about her. I'll go over that. Some people like her. I'll go over why she's not so good. And then there's Arya, the Light Succubus. Mwah, beautiful. And then the Dark Phantom Thief, Guillaume, I don't know how to say his name. So many freaking weird names, and he sucks ass too. So, 4 monsters that sucks ass, and then one monster that's actually pretty god tier for Trial of Ascension, which I'm actually going over recently, unironically, because they announced the whole Hall of Hero thing, special Hall of Hero choice thing in the Korea server, so I decided, hey, I'm doing all these things. There's a Hall of Hero monster coming out that is great in Trial of Ascension. Why don't I do a Trial of Ascension guide? That's why the whole, crazy Trial of Ascension stuff. So, how to participate. It's only available during the event, obviously. There you can choose one of the 5 available monsters to enter. So, as soon as you choose it, that's it. That's game over, buddy. You cannot choose any of the other ones. Look, even the CompTIO's devs know that the Light Succubus is the way to go. They even have it on the freaking example. The rest of them suck ass. Collecting the summoning pieces, blah, 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 yeah. You can summon the monster when you've collected 50 summoning pieces. For anyone that doesn't know, Hall of Heroes, you need 50 summoning pieces. Okay? Because every time you do it, you can either get from anywhere from 1 to 5, I think. Or 1 to 4. I think it's 1 to 4. Depending on which stage you do. There's B1, B2, B3, yeah, etc. So that's pretty much that's all there is to talk about. But what we can do is go through each one of the skill sets. So we'll go through the Water Vampire first, and I'll discuss why you shouldn't pick him. So where is he? Where is this motherfucker? All right, Liesel. Yeah. Okay. So the only good vampire in my opinion, actually, the only good vampires is the fire one and the dark one. The dark one's crazy. He's a natural 5-star. The light one I find kind of pretty useless. Wind can be okay in some circumstances. Liesel, the water one, can be okay in some circumstances. And the fire one, is everyone knows, the fire vampire is crazy. The water one doesn't really do much, okay? He attacks 2 times, yada, yada, yada. He does this one where he decreases attack power and the attack speed, which is okay, I mean, I guess. It only hits once, so it's not really that great for Necro. And then this one, it hits like 4 times or something like that. But the damage increases if he's less wounded. I wouldn't even recommend him for Necro. Honestly, everyone's looking at all these multi-hit monsters, but you could run like double Rauk. I think the world record for Necro clear is actually currently held with a double Rauk composition. Like it's so crazy how a lot of the people started out Necro. They're like, yeah, multi-hit monsters, and now it's turning mostly into just super freaking speedy buffs, all of that kind of stuff. So honestly, you don't need this guy. You really don't need him. Okay? There's no situation where you would need him. Unless you had the Dark Vampire, Cadiz, who's awesome and you need skill ups. You could do that. But even then, I wouldn't do it because you can Devilmon Cadiz. You cannot get an Arya, just as easily as Devilmon. You get one Devilmon every single week. You can't do that with Arya. The next one is the Fire Kung Fu Girl. Let's go down to Fire Kung Fu Girl. Hong Hua. I'm so bad at these pronunciations. Hong Hua. Okay, so yeah, I'm familiar with the Kung Fu Girls because I got the dark one, who's the best one out of. I think she's like pretty much the only good one. I think the water and the light one can be used in some situations, but those are basically it. So attacks the enemy, removes with a 75% chance, yada yada yada. Again, where are you gonna use her? Seriously, like where are you gonna use her? She's not really AoE. It's actually just randomized, and with even with Faye, the dark one, those 4 random targets, most of the time they just hit like 2 units, so it's not AoE, trust me. and it doesn't even hit that hard unless you have the ignore defense. Or you can use the water one if you don't have Fae for speedy Dragons B10, but that's just because it's water attribute. You're not going to be using the fire one in Dragons B10, really. You're not, okay? So even then, the attack power leader skill is really not that impressive for Arena based on like her skill sets. This is you wouldn't bring her, okay? Stats are okay, I guess. Yada yada yada. She's not useful. That's the main point. The water one, not very useful. The fire kung fu girl, not very useful. I meant the water vampire. The water vampire, not very useful. Fire kung fu girl, not very useful. Okay, you're not gonna use her. Period. Now the next one is a tough, difficult choice. It's a tough choice for everyone. Well, not everyone, but a few players, because everyone seems to think that Acasis is good. No one uses her anymore. I mean, very few people use her. It used to be contested that like she could be really good in Giants B10, which is true. She can be used in Giants B10, but even shown on Farmer Phil. I mean, I did it in like 2 weeks of in-game time on Farmer Phil with no Acasis. You don't need her, and even past then, where are you going to use her outside of Giants B10? You're not going to use her in you're not going to use her in like Hall of Heroes. You're not going to use her in Dungeons. You're not going to use her in Travel Ascension. You're not going to use her in Arena. Anywhere past very beginner level, you are not going to use her. So why would you build her? She's also very easily summonable. Okay, you can summon her from any random scroll. You just need to get lucky with the lightning. I probably summoned like 20 of these damn things. I fought at every single one of them because I don't use her. Okay, let's look at the skills just to make sure that we understand we're on the same page. So you can inflict continuous damage for 3 turns, yada yada yada, okay. And then it hits all enemies and recovers a little bit of HP. It's not really a heal, it's a very, very small one. But it can't, I mean, I guess it can, sure. And then it puts on a shield that absorbs damage. It's proportionate to her max level, so obviously she has to be max level 40, 6-star to actually have a decent shield, and it reduces the chance of receiving a critical hit. So yeah, okay, something that you would want for Giants if you did use her. But, again, where are you going to use her past Giants? You're not. You're plain not. And I've had her at 5-star. I was thinking of 6-starring her. I'm so glad I didn't. And a lot of people that did 6-star said they regretted it. Trust me, guys. Just trust me. As a fellow player who's pretty much cleared every single thing in the game except for like Arena, okay, this is not the thing that you want to choose. The next one, we should skip over Arya because obviously we want to talk about Arya, the one that you want to pick as the last one, okay? We go to Guillaume, whatever the fuck his name is, who was a previous Hall of Heroes. I actually foddered him because I didn't really want him, and I probably should have kept him. You should always keep the Hall of Hero that you use. You should always keep at least one, but if you guys weren't fortunate, these are all previous Hall of Heroes, okay? These were all previous Hall of Heroes, right? So this is one too. It's pretty similar to the Wind one. He does a stun on first one, stuns with a critical hit on the second one, gets a 30% increased crit rate. But this one, it increases the critical damage by 50% and decreases the chances of receiving a critical hit by 50%. So you know like Diaz, or Diaz, whatever, you guys, I'm horrible at pronunciation, guys. Please, I'm sorry. Diaz, he reduces the crit by 50%, right? Right. But Guillaume does it too. But, I mean, he's a single target, okay-ish nuke. He doesn't have the best of base attack, or at least not right here. I know he gets 6-star. He will have higher one, but you're never going to use him. I mean, where are you going to use a dark single target nuker? I mean, I hate single target nukers. That's why I actually am so fond of Amir because he's double AoE. Even Theomars, though. Theomars is good because he has attribute advantage, and he applies his own defense break. Guillaume can't do that. He can't do that. And it's just like it doesn't really make sense. You wouldn't use him really anywhere. Go through, if you guys just don't trust me on these opinions, go through every single one of these and think of, like, rationalize it in your head. Where are you guys going to use this? And if you guys think that I'm wrong, post a comment and I will give you my rebuttal, because I guarantee you the only one that will actually make a freaking difference that you do from the Hall of Heroes is, of course, right here, my main lady, Arya. I miss this Hall of Hero. I started playing when she first came out, and I'm so sad that I didn't get her because she is freaking amazing. And I've been waiting for this shit to happen. They announced they were going to bring back past Hall of Heroes, and honestly, I was so ecstatic. The only thing that came through my head, Arya. That is the only thing that came through my head. And honestly, the best Hall of Hero they ever gave was Arya, and I think they knew it. I think they knew it was a little bit of a mistake, but people were so pissed and they were ready to throw this back in here because people love Arya. I love her, okay? Okay, the first skill, pretty overlooked. First off, the base speed is up there. Let's check out her awakening ability. She gets a leader skill for arena, but okay, you're not going to use her in arena because she's TOA. Let's be honest. First skill, attacks with a bat and puts the enemy to sleep for one turn with 50% chance. All right, 50% chance on her first skill for sleep. First off, that's already better than the Cult Girls, which are natural 5 stars. But on top of that, okay, well, no, I mean, okay, arguable. Because the first skill puts them to sleep. It's a higher chance. But the occult girls get violent proc when they activate it. This one, you actually get your attack gauge boosted to 50% when you do this. So you know how Vertihill automatically puts his attack bar up every time he gets a turn. So let's say he uses his first skill, he already starts at 40% of his attack bar because he increases his own attack bar. Well, this one actually, if you put the sleep on them, you get it up to 50%. It's crazy. I mean, you put this on violent runes or even despair runes, it doesn't freaking matter. She's going to be going to town. Then the second one, slaps an enemy target and disturbs its HP recovery for 2 turns. If the target is asleep, the target will be stunned for 1 turn. So this is something you throw on someone that has a sleep already. You can actually use this on some stages for HP, disturbing the HP, right? The heal block. This actually can help you because I bring Brienne for heal block. But this is actually pretty good too. Okay? But here's the nice thing. Sleep skills and stun skills, right? The sleepness effect and the stun effects, they prevent cooldown reduction, right? So every time you get a turn, your cooldown time goes down by 1. So you guys can use your skills every time, goes 4, 3, 2, 1, yada yada yada. For the people that don't understand that, sleep and stun prevent that from going down. So if a unit needs 1 more turn to use their skill, and you throw on a stun, they'll still need another turn when they are not stunned. But with freeze, that doesn't happen. So this switching out for the sleep skill to stun skill, so nice because then you don't have to worry about hitting them, right? You don't have to worry about hitting them. Well, yeah, it's mainly for this first skill, right? Because this is the only one that you should be using that puts on sleep. Or I guess if you have Hathor, but fuck Hathor. Then you get to the third one. Reduces the attack speed of all enemies with diluting ray of light for 2 turns and increases the enemy's chances of landing hit. This is not, or glancing hit. This is not your typical Spectra shit, okay? This is like next level. AoE glancing hit. The only monster that AoE glancing hits, I believe, well, disregarding Charlotte, is actually the light ninja Gin. And even then, that's not a 100% chance, and that doesn't reduce the attack speed. This is the attack speed and the glancing hit. Throw this in with Brienne for reducing the attack power for 2 turns. Oh my god, you guys are going to be freaking packing punch in TOA. So the only reason you shouldn't be going for Arya, honestly, given the options, is that you already have her, she's already max skilled, and you can get skill ups for all of the other ones, okay? So let's go back to the event page, and if you have like the dark or the light Kung Fu Girl, and you're going to build them, get the Kung Fu Girl. If you have, even then, Vertihill, you're not going to really skill up. You don't want to max that second skill. You max skill Vertihill on that second skill, and you're fucked. So the Water Vampire, I would only do it if you have the Dark Vampire and you need to skill him up, and you already have Arya. Any of these ones that you're going to be using for skill ups, it's given that you already have Arya. Acasis, I would only do it if you have Mihail, the Light Sylphid. Any of the other ones, they pretty much suck. And then the Phantom Thief, they all suck except Lure, the water one. I mean, you could actually farm him for Lure. And anyone that wants to think, which one would be the easiest, I just need fodder. Hall of Heroes is the least effective foddering method or whatever, like getting, farming method. So getting 4 stars to make 5 stars and stuff like that. Least effective method because it takes like 200 or 300 energy to get 1 4-star. You could do that in probably 150 energy over with double EXP booster, just, keep on going over and over and over in scenario mode. So I would only do it for the specific monsters, specific skill ups. So final decision, Light Succubus, Arya, only one worth it. If you already have her, get one of the other ones for skill ups. If you already have nothing, you don't need any of them max skill or anything like that, but you already have Arya, just go for the Dark Phantom Thief. He's a light and dark natural 4-star. Might as well. The other ones, they're not worth it. Believe me, trust me. You will make the biggest mistake of your life if you do not get Arya, if you do not take this opportunity. So I've taken 15 minutes here to go and explain why you need to get the Light Succubus. I'm doing you all a favor, okay? Just don't fuck yourselves over. I mean, it's ultimately your decision. I'm getting Arya. Everyone's probably going to be getting Arya. But if you do not get Arya and you don't actually have her, you're fucked. You're fucked, okay? You're going to be climbing an uphill battle in Trial of Ascension, okay? So that's all I got to say. If you guys make your decision, just need to make sure this is clear. A lot of people seem to think that the Dark Phantom Thief is good. Compared to Arya, all of the other four monsters suck. Arya, all the way, okay? Team Arya. Hashtag Team Arya. Let's go. All right, guys. Stay tuned for the Hollow Hero. Stay tuned for the giveaway. Lots of videos uploaded today, I know, but a lot of stuff that I wanted to get out before the Hollow Hero comes up because this is a major event, a once-a-year event, okay? Don't fuck this up. All right, guys. See you later.